Years ago, after I graduated university, I came to an epiphany where I realized everything I've ever done, everything I've done up to that point, was all just a reflection. It wasn't who I am. And when I came to that realization, it really shook me to my core. It really did, because everything I've ever done up to that point was to build a life for a person that wasn't me. To build a life for who I thought I wanted to be, which was just a reflection of everybody else around me and what they were doing. Before I realized this, I was miserable. I was even depressed. I couldn't function in society. I would see other people around me doing things. I would see them going into their dream jobs or whatever. I would just get filled with so much jealousy and hatred for myself. Like, why haven't I figured it out? Why does everything I do feel so wrong, even though it's what everybody else is doing? And I realized that not only was I putting up a mask of who I am, but I was miserable with life. And what I realized is that I wasn't grateful for my life. I wasn't grateful for the little things, the ability to go to school, the ability to eat, the ability to work jobs that I enjoy, the ability to everything. All of these little things are things that I took for granted. And I realized that gratitude, it is the most important thing that we need in our lives. And I know it sounds silly, and I know it sounds so simple, because it is. It really is that simple. And that's what makes it so difficult, right? How simple it is to be grateful, to just, because when everything around you is going to shit, you don't want to feel grateful. Why would you? Everything, that negativity boils inside of you and takes over so much that you literally cannot see the reality of things. And gratefulness changed my life for the better. And it doesn't have to be this ritual where you sit down and you journal every single day. Yes, I'm grateful for this thing or grateful for that thing. It doesn't have to be a methodical process. It's really just waking up and training your mind to seeing one positive, at least one positive in your day. It's really that simple. And even though I saw people around me doing things, getting jobs and figuring out their life, and I felt this sense of being lost, I realized I wasn't living in my own life. I was living in a reflection of other people. I wasn't following my joy, what made me happy, because I wasn't grateful for my life. I wasn't grateful for the things that I had in my life. And for me, it started all by being grateful for my family. And it doesn't have to be family for you, but something. And the more you tell yourself every day how grateful you are, the more you start to see the light getting brighter and brighter and you get to see more things to be grateful for. And then all of a sudden, that negativity, that anxiety, that comparison with other people, just, it almost feels easier to deal with, to tolerate. And it's such a difficult thing. It's such a difficult thing to think in gratitude. And it's such a simple thing and such a real thing. And you know, before I would I would get told, "Oh, Alex, you just need to be more grateful. You just need to think positively." And I thought to myself, what a load of garbage. You don't know anything. And yeah, it's a very diminutive way to express that type of feeling, that type of inner feeling that you feel once you actually feel grateful. It's kind of like one of those like throwaway comments, like, you need to be more positive, blah, blah, blah. But what we fail to recognize is that it's an everyday shift in the mentality, in our mentality. It's an everyday shift. It's choosing to look at one thing and saying to yourself, I'm happy that I have this. And we all have something to be happy for. We all have something to be happy for. But because we're filled with so much negativity, anxiety, and stress, our mind plays games on us. Our mind chooses to stay in that negative, and that negative feels so good. It feeds off the ego, and you feel safe almost. And it's hard to look at things positively, it is, when everything just feels so heavy. And gratefulness, gratitude is such a important thing, and it's something that I used to push on the side and say, no, this is stupid. How could that fix everything? How could that fix my mentality? How could that make me more positive? And the issue was, it's not a quick fix. It's not a quick fix. It's a periodic thing that you do every single day. You choose to find one thing, multiple things to be grateful for. And listen, it doesn't have to be every day, right? I think that there's so much pressure to especially in the self-help community, there's so much pressure to better yourself, and you got to do this and you got to do that, and it's really, you don't need to write down a million things to be grateful for every day. You don't have to complicate yourself. Just find one thing, and wake up every day and tell yourself, wow, I'm so grateful that I have this. And all of a sudden, when you least expect it, you wake up and that negativity, that cloud, just gets a little smaller. Anyway, that's it. I did some like moody lighting with I have some candles here on the side. I just want to say thank you. In terms of being grateful, I'm grateful to be here, to have the ability to speak and voice how I truly feel and what I truly think. And what a wonderful thing. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.